special round of applause for Mr. Dirk Petersen, my next guest, ladies and gentlemen, with Nucor right here. Stand up! Right here!
Thank you, Jim. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
This is not fair to follow the pastor, really.
Oh, no, well, you know, everybody has insights. And
Yep.
if we stood here long enough, I think everything would be connected, but we won't stay here that long. But tell me a little bit about Nucor. You know, I know there's some expansion going on in the near horizon, that you've been behind this, you've been planning this with this other company, that you've brought them in and so on. Talk to me a little bit about the next immediate stage of Nucor that we're going to be seeing. Let's talk about that for a minute, okay?
Well, right now we're in the process of expanding our operation with our melt shop. We're spending about $75 million in expansion we're doing. We'll increase our volume capacity by about 25%.
Wow.
I'm challenging Brett Jackson, he's our melt shop manager here. He's here tonight. I think we can do better than that.
I got to interrupt you. Where are those Nucor guys?
There's three of them right there.
Why don't you all stand up, all three of you right now. We're not going any further. But stand up, guys. There's the managers. There's the managers from Nucor.
And Marty back there.
All right.
He's in our maintenance department, and he makes it happen. That without Marty, the things he does, we couldn't do anything.
Everything works together. I know that's part of the enterprise teamwork thing. But keep on going about the expansion.
And with that expansion, we'll be able to support this new company coming into Norfolk called Chaos Tubular. And they're going to produce seamless pipe, which is going to be delivered mainly into the Balkan up in North Dakota, where it's oil and gas fracking up there.
Yes.
And the idea was to be closer to that market than the current suppliers are. All the current suppliers are typically in Texas. And
so it made logistical sense for them to be here.
Yeah, logistical sense, and plus they essentially, by being next to us, they basically have their own steel mill at their disposal.
It's almost like they're vertically integrated.
Yes, exactly. Yes, and we get the pleasure of supplying them a whole bunch of billets every year. So,
you know what I love about this is that somebody, I'm assuming you and your team, said, "What's the ecosystem here? We got this guy down here. He's a customer of ours, and his customers in North Dakota, right?
Right.
Why don't we just all pull them together? It's kind of a big picture, and you're connecting the dots here, making everybody's life a little bit easier."
Exactly. Yeah, we saw the opportunity. Max Tejeda is the owner of the company, and he said he wanted to go to Rapid City, South Dakota. And we were talking and saying, hey, why not come to Nebraska? Because Nebraska has the greatest people, number one. We've got the greatest people at our mill, greatest people in the community. And I'm a Nebraskan, so thank you for that. And also, just having our facility, being able to take care of them, and the experience we have, we already supply into the same market to. You heard the name U.S. Steel today. We actually supply to U.S. Steel.
Aren't they a competitor of yours? Are you providing a competitor?
Yes, we are.
But kind of innovative.
We wanted to make, a lot of people ask me, why didn't we just build the pipe mill ourselves instead of having somebody else do it and supply to it? Well, the idea was we get a supply to Tejas, but we also get a supply to U.S. Steel. We also get a supply to a German company called Bentler. And we get a supply to all these different companies. If we would have done it ourselves, then we've been competitors, and maybe they wouldn't have wanted to supply to them. So we're better off, doing what we do really, really good, and taking care of all these customers versus, just thinking of that going in our direction ourselves.
Congratulations! Great strategy. Great strategy. How many pitches did that take? How many dinners and pitches and management meetings? I'm just curious.
Well, I had to bring in some really smart. And I'll say this, I only mean this in a good way, good-looking leaders in this community like Sue Fuchman and Courtney Dentlinger and others. They
stepped up and helped.
The whole bottom line is this community helped sell this idea. We had a meeting, and Sue was there, and others were there, where we brought together not only the leaders here in the community of Norfolk, but we brought in economic development from the state of Nebraska. We had the lieutenant governor there. We had representatives from the senators, a congressman, and the Chamber of Commerce, and all these came together, and we had a little breakout Northeast Community College. Dr. Chips, oh, there it is. Eric Johnson was there to talk about all the things we have
and
here.
Workforce development, I'm sure, we're contributing to all
that. Was probably just as important as Nucor having the material for him, that this community and this state showed him this is a business-friendly state, but even more importantly, that we're here together to work as a team, and we care about our local businesses. Right. You know, they demonstrate that every day in caring about Nucor and our people by, you know, building an industrial highway out
Absolutely.
there, because we had a real bad situation on safety without having that road, and them building that road, and the community came together to get that done. And of course, they'll benefit, the community will benefit as well as Nucor and other businesses in the area. But we demonstrated that by having all those people in the room together, and he could just feel it, and he was sold probably more there after that than any other aspect.
That was it.
Of this
that was
whole
the
deal.
singular gesture.
That was a selling point, and the relationships. And then after that, Sue and Courtney and some of us, we went down and visited them in Houston, visited their facilities, and
nice
I think we had
follow-up.
some margaritas one night. That
No,
really
that
helped.
couldn't happen.
Yeah, sorry, Pastor, but you know, we did that too.
Excellent. Hey, you know, you talked a little bit about roads, so let's wrap up here and tell about the effort you put also into infrastructure with roads. Does that have anything to do with this, or not directly?
Well, it does. We're working right now, and this is maybe a little bit of a commercial, but trying to put everybody together along the whole corridor coming from Scribner over to Norfolk to get this 4-lane road done. And I think we've made it a campaign issue in the gubernatorial race here, because we talked to Pete Ricketts, and Chuck Hazebrook just found out about it. I talked to him on the phone yesterday. So I think they're both really interested, because I think Northeast Nebraska is going to be really key to this election. It's going to be a close election, I believe. And so I feel here's an opportunity. We got the natural gas pipeline coming over from Bancroft, and nobody ever thought that could get done. Okay. So, and I think they're talking about the 4-lane road probably won't even be done in my lifetime. But I don't believe, and I don't believe in failure. Failure is never an option. And I think we can get this done by working together as a community, come to the table together.
Specifically, what do we have to do? What's one thing the community could do to help you move this
Coming
particular
together
project?
as a group and saying this is what we need, and putting the feet to the fire of these two candidates and saying, hey, this is what we need, and we expect this to happen. And if it doesn't happen, you're not going to get reelected next time.
So funding and support from Lincoln and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll just put it on the line.
I like that assumptive attitude. Do you like the attitude? How about it for Dirk Petersen, ladies and gentlemen? There we go.
Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Dirk Petersen. All right. All right.
Norfolk, your people made the difference. Norfolk, you said your heart inside. Norfolk, your people made the difference. Norfolk, it's a journey